Hey everyone, welcome to another casual unedited garden stroll. You're watching this on a Monday, possibly if you're watching this the day it came out, which is not the day we usually do these. These usually happen on Sundays. But that is happening because I got all messed up on my schedule this week. And have been working on getting this tree pruning and treatment video up. And I didn't want to wait on that because that's a little bit time critical. These can happen whenever. So I wanted to make sure I got that up today for people who needed that information on a weekend or wanted to plan for doing this over the next weekend. So that video is up, and if you haven't watched it yet, you should make sure to check that out if you're interested in that kind of thing. You can also catch my newsletter now. So I switched my newsletter over to Substack, and I'm posting a few other things on Substack as well. But the good news about having my newsletter over there is that even if you're not on the email list, you can go read it. In the past, if you signed up to receive the email or the newsletter by email, if I'd already sent it out, you weren't going to get that one. You were going to miss that one. So now you can at least go back and read. There's been 2 up so far, plus another 2 articles beyond that. So the link for that is in the description if you're interested. Now, we are starting this casual, and I'm guessing kind of short, garden stroll in a place we haven't been in a while, and that is the basement. This is a scary, scary place where I try not to use any sort of wide angles so that you don't see what it's like down here. But this is where I do my seed starting, and we're down here because I actually have something happening here. I was putting off starting any seeds until after I got back from Florida because I didn't want to have to worry about seedlings or have somebody worry about seedlings while I was gone. So I did get that going, and then we also have something else going on. But I am trying to be better about restraint. It probably won't work, but I do overdo it with seed starting, so I'm trying to be a little bit more restrained. I'm also trying to be better about starting things at the right time so I don't have to hold things for so long. That always sounds like a fine idea, like it's no big deal, and then all of a sudden it's a big problem. So I'm trying to be better about that this year. Let me turn the camera on. I'll show you what we have going on. Okay, these are all sitting on this. These are all, it's like 2 things, sitting on a heat mat. I've done videos about my whole seed starting setup. The nice thing is that, so I always have this mylar, the reflection that you see here is this mylar fabric. Now you can actually buy, I kind of feel like maybe somebody just took my design and made it into a kit, maybe. But anyways, these are all on these rolling racks. And then I buy these big trays. These are not quite 4-foot wide trays. I think they're the giant garden trays from Greenhouse Megastore is what it is. And everything sits in there, and so that protects everything from falling through the shelves. So we've got a heat mat going here. I don't use a thermostat. It's quite cool in this basement, which is kind of problematic for starting seeds. So I need the heat mats for a lot of things, actually. Here we go. First up, I just took the dome off of these. There are 3 Dahlia tubers in here that I am working on getting some cuttings from. This is Buttercup. I'd love to have a lot of those this year. I'm a little worried about the stock I had from last year. So this is my way to hopefully get as many plants as I need. I think I might be getting a couple more as sort of backups. Anyway, so I have a video about how to do this. This is the exact same way I did it last time. I'm actually using a different container because I couldn't find my tubs. I have since found them. I might actually change these into those tubs so that the tubers can stand up a little better. You see on this one how I have the neck up. It's a little easier if you're taking cuttings to have the neck sticking out because it's easier to take the cuttings. But basically, moist potting mix. This happened to be a really barky one. I don't know why it was so barky, but barky being lots of bark. Anyway, moist potting mix, just keep it moist, hydrated, not wet, and on some heat, and hopefully we'll see something happening there. The other thing is that yesterday, these are the first seeds I sowed, and these are all snapdragons. Now, I was going to start these in the paper pots, and then I decided to broadcast sow them, and then I will transplant them into the paper pots. I hate having empty cells in pots. Or, you know, if you have like a cell tray or those paper pots, I hate it when one is empty. So, and I don't, it's a little hard. Well, I guess you certainly could. If you were thinning seedlings, you could probably transplant one into there because this isn't much different. But in any case, it was just kind of faster and easier to broadcast sow them. So I have 4 different of the Madame Butterfly varieties. Bronze, bronze and white, cherry bronze, and ivory. And then this is an All-America selection called Double Shot Orange Bicolor. I don't know what it looks like, so we'll try that. And then they have, these need light to germinate. So they have just a very thin layer of vermiculite on them, not enough to cause any darkness. And there is some discussion about whether snapdragons should go on heat mats or not. I think ideally the ideal germination temperature I read is between 65 and 70. And I would say with this pot beneath this, these are probably, I would have to take a thermometer and guess, but I would guess this is at no more than 70. So it's probably fine. I could always raise this up a little, but I think it will be quite cool and slow if I don't put a heat mat there at all. So, so that's the deal. So those are the seeds. In other basement news, I have brought all the Dahlia tubers out of storage. They're sitting in the main part of the basement now to start warming them up. This is earlier than I usually do this, but last year I think I was behind, so I'm starting everything a little bit earlier this year. Plus, I want to go through everything. It got quite cold in the Dahlia, colder than I wanted it to in the Dahlia storage area. I'm a little worried about my tubers. So today I'm probably going to go through everything and see where everything's at, make sure we don't have any big issues. I still have time to order some Dahlias if something didn't go right here. So they are out of storage. It's probably 15 degrees. Probably 15 to 20 degrees warmer out here than it is in that storage area. And of course there's light here as well, although they're wrapped in burlap and I don't think there's any light getting in there. Anyway, that's happening here. Let's go upstairs. Well, it might look sunny out here, but I tell you what, it's cold, and I don't know if you can see that we have some snow flurries happening right now. It's quite blustery, I would say. I am not complaining about the weather because I just heard the weather forecast for the East Coast, or at least the Northeast, for tomorrow with like 18 inches or 24 inches of snow. So no, thank you. My condolences to all of you. Please don't let it come here. Okay, let's take a little stroll around the garden. In the meantime, while we start our stroll, I want to share with you a big shout out to a very special The Impatient Gardener watcher. This is Carl. Carl's owner sent me Carl's picture and said that when Carl hears my voice, he comes running, and I adore him, and look at how cute he is. He is a rescue kitty, and he's just adorable and amazing. So hi, Carl. So cute. All right, I couldn't resist Carl. Okay, where are we at? What are we looking for? Let's check hellebores. I forgot to look for hellebores last week. So let's, by the way, I hope you can hear me okay. Like I said, super windy, and my microphone's kind of tucked in my jacket. Okay, let's just do a little peeking in here. I would say there is absolutely nothing happening here. Nope. Oh, no, I lie. Look, one little pink little nubbin sticking up there. All right, so the hellebores would say we don't need to worry about having to get in there to cut back any foliage anytime soon. Oh man, 2 years ago, the first year that I planted the bulb mound, the first snowdrop bloomed on February 6th. Clearly didn't happen this year and won't. I think we'll be lucky if it's March 6th, to be honest. But we are gonna go check. Whew. I'm doubled up on jackets too. So last week I was fooled by the seashells up here because I thought I saw white, because there's this weird thing where I've got seashells on my mound now. It's so strange, but I assume it came in some soil. Okay, here, oh, look. There we go. There's something, a sign of something. Oh, yeah, here's another one. All right, well, that's good. There's life to come anyway. Nothing important happening right now. I don't know what that noise is. What else is there to look at this yard? I feel like we've been walking around in circles, which we have been for an entire winter. There's a lot of branches down I gotta get around and clean up. And you can see that the little creek here, as we say, is frozen. Here, I wonder where, I'm trying to think where else I have. Oh, I know, we've got some winter aconites by the back door, and I should go look there. Oh, here's this tree right here. I think we're gonna get this taken out. I think we could do it ourselves too, but I think we're having a tree guy come for something else. Hang on, I don't know where the best angle is to watch this from. So as long as the tree guy's coming, I might as well have him do it. Oh gosh, I gotta get over here to get a good view on this. We are overdue for a dog walk right now, so I got Darwin here. Okay, this double trunked thing, I don't know what tree this is, you guys, but it's obviously, it should have been, it was obviously a seedling or something, I guess, I don't know, but it should have been taken care of years ago. The top is a big mess, and with these two trunks, nothing good's going to come of that, and it's kind of starting to interfere in this spruce because the top is like broke off at the top and now it's bending this way, and a little bit on my crabapple here. So we're going to get that guy taken out, or take it out ourselves, one of the two. You can kind of see the double trunk from here. It just serves no purpose. It's not an attractive tree, and it's still small enough to make it not a big deal. So get it out now before it gets any bigger, because we should have done that a while ago anyway. You know, one of the things in the pruning video that I didn't mention, I don't think I even filmed it actually, was I did prune off a branch off of this. This is the Aurelia Silver Umbrella. Took this branch off. You can see the cut right there because it was starting to encroach on the staircase here. I never expected this thing would get this big. I mean, it's beautiful. It's the perfect height, and I love it in this spot. It's just perfect, and I love this thing, and I would tell you to go find one, but they seem to be impossible to find. It is a grafted Aurelia, by the way. But I'm like, oh, that should come out. And I thought about taking out this whole branch, and maybe I should have, because it is a little awkward with that. But with all things pruning, I always sort of take a cautious approach and then figure I can always come back. Can always come back and cut it out later. I cannot stick it back on if I mess it up. Gosh, I am looking forward to getting this. These beds are starting to, you know, what was, you know, winter detritus I wasn't paying attention to now looks like a heaping mess to me, and I really can't wait to get in there and start cleaning out this bed. This is the bed that we're revamping a little bit. I mean, I'm looking here. I pulled out an ornamental grass out of here. I never even filled in the hole that's right there. And actually my wall looks like it's jutting out a little bit there, so I'll tuck that in a little bit. Okay, this is where I have some winter aconite planted. Oh, wow, that is brutal. I don't really want to just kind of gently move the soil around here. No, there's nothing happening. Oh, well, maybe there is. I mean, there's a little something. I don't know if that's winter aconite there or something else. No, nothing happening. Okay, too early for that. And then the only other place I have to look for some sign of bulb life is over here, which is where there's a daffodil over here somewhere. The other day I came over here, you guys, and I'm like, what is this thing sticking out of the ground? I could not, like, I didn't plant anything like that there. I forgot that I pulled the Fiona Sunrise Jasmine out of the window box in fall and planted them down here in hopes of overwintering them, and I this winter. I don't think that happened. Somewhere back here there's a daffodil. No. Nope. Nope. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look. All right, there we go. Doesn't that make us feel a little bit better? We've got something to look at there. This is, I think it's Ice. Is it Ice King or something like that? I didn't plant this daffodil here. It was here when we got here. And it's always like basically the first daffodil to bloom in the yard. So, all right, that's great. I just needed a little sign that at some point this whole winter thing is going to be over. And there we go. I should cover that back up again though. There you go. There you go, little guy. All right, that's it. I'm not going to freeze out here anymore because there's really not much else to show you in terms of that. But at least we found a few signs of spring. Little update on what's happening in the basement. And, well, winter continues. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.